This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Hello to our friends jumping on right now, 96.5 WCMF, Rochester's classic rock station. Speaking of, and our friends who know a thing or two about a tornado, that would be Rock 100.5, The Cat in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Yep. And New Rock 96.9, The Fox in beautiful Appleton, Wisconsin. Thanks for joining the show. Ryan Castle, Drunk in Charge, coming up to sit and spin. And today we're going to get millennial versions of your favorite classic rock songs. Ask the Men's Room is back. Profile this, and we will drink and toast with a shot of the day. Now, if you're just joining us, you'll recall on yesterday's program, we had a listener by the name of Holden, and if we could just play a little bit of Holden. Holden wanted to get on with a random question. Unfortunately, Holden fell asleep while Holden was on hold, and we kept trying to get back to see if we could wake him up to do anything, but Holden, through and through, just could not wake up.
Hello, Holden. Welcome to the men's room. Jesus.
He's asleep. Yeah. All right. Well, moving on.
Let's go for a minute. Now, I understand our show is not for everyone, right? And I feel that's fair. I get that. I really do. I can't tell for about 30 minutes. This man...
Let's go to Eric. And then we'll come back.
If he's actually asleep.
I think he's asleep. You want to go to Eric? All right. Mm-hmm. Hello, Eric. Welcome to the men's room.
So, lo and behold, we got back to Holden probably no less than 6 or 7 times, and every time we did go back to him, he was legitimately sleeping. At first, we weren't sure if it was just a gag or what was going on there, but, he was in fact asleep. So, in honor of Holden, our question today, what was happening while you were sleeping? 844-999-OLA.
I'm just glad to know we have that effect on someone. Hello, Brian. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
How you guys doing?
Doing great, man.
So this happened last year. I was still living in my first apartment, and it was the first time I convinced my little sister to spend the night for the weekend so we could just drink a little bit. She's getting to her rebel stages, so I'm showing her the way. So I actually bought myself 2 6-packs of Men's Room Red, and I had filled up this giant glass, and I had chugged that entire thing.
Wait. How big was this glass? Are you saying it held all 12 beers?
It held 5 of them.
That is a big-ass mug.
You chugged a glass that is 5 bottles deep. What's that, 60 ounces, I guess? Yeah, 60 ounces. Wow. And I'm glad you picked Men's Room Red. Mm-hmm. We do appreciate that.
Sure. Wait, you have a 60-ounce mug?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it myself. I only paid $5 for it at Winco.
What a deal.
Well, how other than water, when is this a great idea? But, all right, so you chugged 5 beers at once, and how does the rest of your day play out?
All right, so the rest of my day is just drinking. It's my friend's 21st birthday, so I take her to the bar right in front of my house, and we buy a shot of Patron, and that was my ending point. I passed out on my couch until my little sister is hitting me in the face saying, Brian, wake up. There's a fire. We got to go. And I'm like, F you. There's no fire. You're lying to me. And I go back to sleep. She's like, no, we've got to go. And I just hear crackling. So I look outside my balcony, and 2 stories high are just completely on fire.
Oh.
So what I do is I grab that glass, and I fill it up with water because I was going to go out there and, dump it on there. But by the time I got out there, it was too dang high. So I just dumped the water out, and I'm just walking around with this giant filter glass.
What was on fire?
So we were doing construction on our balconies, and there was a bunch of 2x4s just laying there, old dry ones, and I think it was the teenagers above us. They were smoking cigarettes and dropped it down and caught the pile, which then caught a fence, caught a tree, and then caught 3 or 4 of our apartments. And if it was 5 minutes later before the ambulance or the fire department showed up, my house would have caught 2, because I like to smoke weed, and I have a bunch of empty propane canisters for my dad. So I'm like, well, good thing that didn't catch.
Why don't you get rid of them? Why do you have a bunch of empty propane canisters?
It was only about 2 or 3. I was just kind of lazy. Hadn't been my cleaning day yet.
Fair enough, man. Yeah.
So,
That's, for your torch, that's not propane. It is a little canister, right? But it's not
Butane?
propane. Is it butane?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not
Dude,
sure.
either way, it's flammable.
I can't remember. It's been so long since Charlottesville. What was happening while you were sleeping? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Dave. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
How's it going, guys?
Doing great, man. How are you?
I'm living somebody's dream.
Okay.
I don't think you are. I can't think of who that person
yeah,
would
that's
be.
a terrible dream.
like, who is that person?
Who dreams that?
Good Lord, man.
Who dreams boredom?
I mean, come on.
Hey, I'm on your show.
Good point.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't know.
most of our people just sleep through it.
Yeah,
I could be sleeping.
that's true.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a step in the right direction, fellas. We're doing well. We're on our way.
Better than yesterday.
I'm getting there.
Okay. So what did you sleep
Okay,
through?
so this goes back about 30 years or so. Coming home from the bar one night with some buddies of mine, I was on the motorcycle. I lived in Illinois, back in the Midwest, and you got to have glasses on when you ride a motorcycle. Well, I turned my head and the glasses fell off, so I pulled into a bar to try and get another pair to get home. Ended up staying at the bar till 2 in the morning. Got on the motorcycle to go home. I think what happened is I missed a corner or whatever, got pulled over, forgot to put my feet down, fell in the ditch. Next thing I know, I'm waking up and I'm going, there's graffiti on the wall. There's a cell door on the door. I'm not at home anymore. I am in jail.
Oh, no. You woke up in jail.
I woke up in jail.
Oh, no.
Without remembering going to bed
no,
there. So,
that-
what's the first thought that goes through your head, man?
Like, how bad is your bike off? Or, like,
Oh, well, first of all, I didn't even remember where I got pulled over, so I had no idea where the bike was. That was my first experience with a DUI.
your first experience with a DUI. So that didn't lesson not learned then.
No, lesson not learned. I had a few extra after the fact.
On a motorcycle?
No, only one on the bike. I only did that once. That was pretty stupid.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Actually,
That was dumb, Miles. He's responsible about it, for God's sakes. Cut the man some slack.
Right.
Hey, yeah, now when I do it, I get 4 wheels instead of 2.
That's
Get it
right.
When's the last time you got a DUI?
Oh, it's been 30 years.
Okay. I was going
all
to
right.
say.
Yeah.
So, man, oh, man.
Yeah, I don't do that no more.
All right, now wait. How many times did you have to learn the lesson before how many times did you repeat that grade before it finally sunk in?
More than 1 and less than 5.
Now, is this in the era, was this before everything really got serious as far as the fines, the penalties, and all that?
This was back in the 80s. It was a hand slap back then.
That's what I was going to say. There was an era there, man, where you
It used to be your excuse.
You would get a cop who would go like, just follow me home. Or whatever.
Yeah,
like, are you
yeah.
drunk? All right, follow me. Where do you live?
Well,
Like,
no, it's the reason you'd get, like, people would drive into their garage. I remember this in Rochester, going back to Rochester, but I had a neighbor. He'd slammed into the side of his garage, but when the cops got there, they're like, what the hell are you doing? It's like, oh, dude, I was drunk. And they're like, oh. Like, that was, like, okay, that explains it. You know, that's what we'll tell insurance. And I guess somehow, man, that kind of flew.
Yeah, like I remember being in high school in the late 90s, and like our government teacher, it was and he was like, it was an excuse. And then like this, you know,
Yeah, it's the
basically then
reason
he
you
was like,
gave.
then people started dying more, and it was like, all right, we need to charge this as a serious crime.
Yeah, it is amazing. I mean, it is amazing that just as a kid, like that was your, if the cop pulls you over, like, why are you weaving on the road? Why are you driving reckless? It's like, oh, I am hammered. And again, I'm like, oh, okay, well, be careful. It's just, that is crazy.
Wow.
Good times. Hello, Judge Gibbs. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Hola!
All right, so 2 quick earthquake stories. First one, I was back home in Queens, New York, and I slept through it. My mother thought I had probably died in my sleep because when I woke up and it came to, she was like, are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm fine. Like, did you realize we had like one of those mid-magnitude earthquakes? I said, no, no idea.
When was that, man?
Oh, this was early 2000s.
God, see, man, that would not that you want to. we've
I don't.
Okay,
you
look,
do.
Look. All right.
I don't want to experience an earthquake.
Just a slight tremble. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't have to be a big one. You know what I mean? I just want to see what it feels like. I want to look around and be like, all right, this is an earthquake.
That's
done a
all you.
hurricane, done a tornado.
That goes into my second story.
Okay.
So the second story, I'm stationed in Okinawa, Japan. I've been in the Navy for a while, and
You picked up the accent.
What's that?
You picked up the accent. I hear nothing but the Japanese accent.
Oh, yeah, I get that a lot. Last time I called in, I think Miles asked me if I wanted to get some slacks.
Hey, get the frick out of here.
Yeah, there you go. But the second time, I did not sleep through the earthquake because my bed started rocking, and it just jolted me right out of my sleep. And I'm thinking to myself, why? My bed hasn't rocked in ages. Why is my bed rocking now with nobody in except me?
Oh, man.
And that's the one where I actually woke up. So you really don't want to experience an earthquake unless you live through one, because it scared the ever-living hell out of me.
How long does it go on? And one where you wake up, you're in bed, everything's shaking. How long does it go on? And is it true? What I've been told by people that have experienced it, they said, like, the ground almost feels like water, or it feels like waves are kind of rolling under your feet.
So I wasn't quite standing up. I was still in my bed. When it woke me up, I hit the light, and just to make sure nothing is falling. I didn't hear nothing fall, and thank God, because I heard that everything in that apartment was pretty much earthquake-proof. So I'm in my bed, and it's kind of like you're on a waterbed. It starts shifting back and forth, and I'm thinking, why is the ground moving? I'm sleeping. What did I do to cause the ground to move?
And what? So okay,
I like that
so you're in the Navy.
Oh my God! I'm making the ground move.
You got to be close to the water. Do they issue a tsunami warning after that?
Yes, it actually. Yeah, I remember that, because later on when I went to work, we had the sirens go off, and we had to push everybody up on the where I was stationed up on the higher ground.
Yeah.
Because you just heard the sirens going off and whatnot.
Huh. Okay.
I'm not trying to say I would run from the danger, but the way I would sell helping people is say, follow me.
Yes.
Instead of complaining, I'm not going to wait for you to go up there to say, follow me. If you heard me, just trust me.
Ryan Castle, Drunken Charges, coming in to sit and spin momentarily. We've got millennial versions of your favorite classic rock songs coming up, and more of your calls on our question, what was happening while you were sleeping? 844-999-OLA. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
As guests arrived at the Chapel Royale at St. James Palace for Prince Louis's christening, the guest of honor made his entrance in his mother's arms.
That's what children do, yeah.
But was completely asleep. The 11-week-old prince, clad in the same gown his siblings wore, snoozed as Kate Middleton, queen of whatever, diffusing toddler tantrums, approached the Archbishop of Canterbury, who must have made a comment about the sleeping baby. He's very relaxed and peaceful, Kate said. With a laugh, she added, I hope he stays like this.
Oh, that's rich. Oh.
What was happening while you were sleeping? 844-999-OLA.
Technically, she's only a princess.
Whatever.
What did you call her, queen?
There's only one queen.
No, I'm not paying attention.
Same dude. I made that? Cool.
Hello, Ashley. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
Oh, I like that. It's like a ringing in my ear.
It's like a greeting in many countries around the world.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so my story, I was about like 6 or 7, and I shared a bunk bed with my aunt.
Once again, Men's Room callers, here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio.
Man. Holy cow.
Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now, back to the program.
Can we trust her?
I don't know, man.
I'll take a vote here.
I mean, I like her, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Robin was prepared. You know, Ashley, look, we're going to try this again. Just hang on. You cannot say words like that.
Think you were on television or on the radio or like at a podium in front of a bunch of people that he can hear you. Think like that.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, Grandma.
Oh, my God. This is like the woman who wanted to eat the Wendy's under the bridge.
Yeah.
Okay, so I woke up. The bed was shaking. I didn't know what to think. I was like, maybe she's playing with herself. I don't know. So I jumped down. I was like, there's the only chance I got to go to the bathroom. And I land inside a pair of big boots. And I was like, Auntie, did you get new boots? She goes, oh, meet my friend Moses.
Oh.
She introduced me to her buddy. Like, who does that? I was 6.
She's having sex with this
Now
dude.
you understand why I had to use that word. I'm sorry, I won't do it again.
Yeah.
Why were you sharing a bunk bed with your aunt in the first place? Like, what was the circumstance that your horny aunt and you had to share a room?
I grew up poor, so
Okay. Fair enough.
I couldn't share a room with my brothers.
Okay. All right.
You could. I don't know. I mean, when I was a little kid, I shared a room with my sister for a little bit.
Sure.
It seemed that strange.
No, not that.
Oh.
But your aunt. You know what I mean? I'm saying,
Yeah.
if I'm 6
Yeah.
and sharing a room with an adult that's not my parents who's having sex.
Did
You
your
know.
did your aunt live with you guys?
Not anymore. She did.
Okay. How many
She was
people?
like our in-house nanny.
How many people lived in your house when you were growing up?
We had a 3-bedroom house. My grandpa had his own room, my mom and dad had theirs, and then me and her shared one. And then we made like the dining room into an extra bedroom for my 2 brothers.
So how many people total in one
2,
house?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I think we had up to like 8 people, and that's just like with 2 or 3 other people coming and going.
Okay.
I like Grandpa's like, I got my own room.
It's like the Brady's.
Yep.
You sleep with that horny ass woman. Put her in there with the 6-year-old.
What was happening while you were sleeping? 844-999-OLA.
Right, like, I don't think it's that insane. People are on hard times.
Not
but, like,
that- no,
your
I agree.
6-year-old niece is in the bed above you. Like, maybe not have sex in that bed.
Right. And then introduce him like, oh, meet me down here. Yeah, it's a great guy. Stand up. Hello, Kevin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hola.
So I got a pretty good one for you. I was at a nightclub in California with my ex-wife, and it was her girlfriend's birthday party. So I brought a bunch of boys with me that I was in the Corps with, and we all went out to this nightclub, and the DJ comes on. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, $3 shot to Patron for the next hour. So all my buddies decided to get me blackout drunk. So I'm expecting my buddies to all go hook up with a bunch of my wife's friends. And I get blackout drunk. They throw me in the back of the car. We all go back to my place. So my 3 buddies, or were my buddies, I keep in mind I'm passed out in the back of the car. I wake up and I come into my apartment, and there's my wife hooking up with all 3 of my buddies at the same time.
No. All 3 of your buddies?
Oh, yeah.
And this was your wife?
Yeah, now ex-wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
How awkward is that moment, right? I mean, so you walk in and she's doing whatever it is she's doing.
Yeah.
What happens next?
Well, I was still pretty, kind of dazed and confused by what was happening. I, saw it in the living room, and I was like, man, I don't want anything to do with this right now. I went straight to my bedroom and went to bed.
Okay. Did you
handled it in the morning.
Did they see you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And they didn't
Yeah,
stop. They didn't care.
No, it was deer in the headlights kind of thing. And,
sure.
when I got up in the morning, everybody was gone, including my ex.
Including your wife.
All right. When was the next time you saw her after that?
About a day later.
Okay, look, everybody's got one friend that is attractive enough that I'm sure their significant other would want to sleep with. The whole crew of your friends,
you're hanging out with
completely
good-looking
different
guys.
story. But what about what did she say to you? What was her reasoning behind this?
Oh, it was just this ongoing thing, man. If you went to California between 2006 and 2012, you may have slipped and falls and landed right inside of her.
Ouch! Ouch!
Damn.
Wow, that's.
I wish I had gone to California.
Did you tell that to the? Did you tell that to the judge? Be careful if you go to Long Beach on family vacation or whatever it is. Did you say that?
Oh yeah, just about. He really helped me out. It was pretty good.
No, but honest to God, did you? I guess you're no longer friends with these guys after this happens, or did you continue a friendship?
Oh
with
no,
video? All right.
no, we don't talk at all, man. And it's kind of weird because I hear from guys from other branches that I've run into over the years where they all stay in touch with their buddies from when they serve, because you get that camaraderie.
Sure.
Man, all 3 of them threw it away that night.
Were they in your unit?
I mean, where his unit used to go.
I was in the. I was in the suck overseas with them, and we were fighting side by side kind of stuff, and then came back, and then they pulled that one.
Wow.
Yeah,
man.
you were brothers and then Eskimo brothers.
All right, I got one more question. At the end of it, what was worse, losing the friendship with the dudes or losing the wife?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's probably the
definitely
dudes.
I
the
mean,
friendship.
come on. Come
I
on.
mean, you had-
I know.
But
it sounds polite to ask, but you know.
But you would have to think that your wife was not being faithful to you when you were deployed, wouldn't you? Based on that kind of situation.
Oh
right?
yeah. No, I mean, like when I came home from Afghanistan, she was like 3 months pregnant, and then we went through like the whole spiel of like marriage counseling and all that stuff, and then she pulled this one.
Who was the baby's father?
This guy that she ended up marrying later after we were done.
Wow,
Okay,
man.
all right. So
And,
she got a divorce from you. Was that an easy divorce to go through under the circumstances, or did you get screwed over?
Oh yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, she still took my house because that's how it works, I guess. But I got away debt free, which is pretty cool.
Okay,
that's huge.
All right, and
damn, man.
so
So she did 3 dudes at once.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever get married again?
Yeah, I got married again, and I got the most amazing woman you'll ever meet.
Okay, nice. So you did eventually win.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And,
well,
I walked away from a marriage with no debt and got away from a psychopath. Yeah, I'm all down for that, man.
All right, very good, man. Very good.
3 dudes at once, man.
I gotta tell you, when that story started, it sounded bad. I don't know why, but whenever a story starts with me and my wife went to the club, I'm always like,
it's a club, man.
I know,
it's a different atmosphere.
Right, like you're not at a bar, you're not at a restaurant, you're at a club.
That's like, it's like taking your fluffy pet chihuahua on safari with you. Yeah, it's like, man, nothing good is going to happen with this decision, right? Because it's like, just understand the environment that you're walking into. Damn, 3 guys at once.
The running Pollock, who follows us on Twitter, just sent us this one. A fatal carbon monoxide incident in Newark's Fairview Homes apartments.
I just shared the story with our very own Mike Hawk.
This comes from New Jersey. Residents evacuated the apartment complex. Newark police and first responders attend to a fatal carbon monoxide incident at the Fairview Homes apartments in Newark. This happened in just a couple days ago. Newark police and first responders attend the incident. Basically, what happened was this: a woman was having an affair with her mechanic.
Yeah.
I guess that somehow carbon monoxide was leaking into the car. I'm not sure if they
came over. No, they started having sex in the car. Okay. When the husband got home, he discovers in the garage his naked wife, his naked mechanic. They're dead from carbon monoxide poisoning, but they're mid.
Well, it says the 39-year-old woman was apparently paying for work on her car by having sex with a 56-year-old mechanic.
Yeah.
The source did not release the names of the woman or the mechanic.
He's not a very good mechanic. They died of carbon monoxide poisoning in the car.
They were in a closed garage, and they were both pronounced dead. The incident is under investigation. Appears to be accidental. So they did not mean to kill themselves with carbon monoxide while having sex. What was happening while you were sleeping? 844-999-OLA.
That's just one dude. That's not 3 dudes. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, fellas.
Hola.
So I lived down in Oregon. I had a roommate who had a girlfriend that was way out of my league. I mean, he wasn't the greatest looking, but how he pulled her, I have no idea. All the rest of us, we didn't know.
He can lick his eyebrows.
I've got a friend like that.
Oh, thank you. It's very kind.
So anyways, I'm the funny guy. I'm not really attractive, but I figure, you might as well be funny, have a little confidence with you. And I used to always crack jokes, be the smart aleck of the group. And anyways, one night we'd gotten drunk. I ended up waking up to what I thought was a wet dream, and I wasn't really quite awake yet, kind of coming to. And what I thought was a wet dream was actually not a wet dream. It was his extremely hot girlfriend performing karaoke.
Oh, really? What song? Do you remember the song she was singing?
No.
Okay, all right.
I just want to know what joke you told the night before.
Because it's killer.
It worked.
I'm one of those guys that just kind of a smart aleck,
yeah, but what did you say that made that happen? Because I'd crack that joke all the time.
So what did you do then?
Well,
what was
actually, I just happened to be I happened to be his roommate when she found out that he was cheating on her.
Oh, okay. I was like,
and so, anyways, she does her business. She ends
breath
up
like Fritos.
And she never is to be seen again. I never said anything to my roommate at the time because we were in a lease, and I was like, kind of a little bit awkward, stay away. And we get ready to, our lease was up, we get ready to move out, and he breaks the news that she had not only told him, but apparently had made a videotape of it and gave it to him.
Oh, man.
Wow.
And we lived together for 4 months. He never said a single word about this. It was never mentioned. He never, acted angry towards me. I don't know what he was kind of weird anyways.
Maybe he knew that she has gum disease.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Luckily, I didn't catch nothing, but, it was just one of those things that I'm getting ready to move out. He's like, oh, by the way. And I'm like, by the way, what?
And you never saw her again?
Nobody saw her again. We don't know what happened to her. She just disappeared.
If I were to wake up to that, that would be my quest for life. Like I'm going to find this person again.
What if it's Greg?
Ooh, I don't know.
Right? You wake up to that. Hey, Miles, enjoy the ride,
it's
brother.
the most gorgeous, woman I cannot believe my buddy hooked up with, and that's how she wants to get back at him or whatever the deal is. I'm going to be like, hey, man, you want to go out?
I'm your get back guy.
Right. It's like, dude.
You want to get back at your boyfriend?
Surely.
Hire me.
Surely I owe
you
you
can do anything you want with it.
Surely
Put
I owe
it
you.
any way you want. Put it on video. Give it to your boyfriend. I help you break the news. Use my penis for revenge.
I owe you at least dinner. You know what I mean? Like
revenge penis.
I feel like I owe you a movie or something. Like, can we hang out more?
No way.
No.
This is still your roommate and your buddy's girl.
No, but they broke up.
Yeah, you're that guy.
What was happening while you were sleeping? 844-999-OLA.
Miles the dude sitting in the back of the room
I've
waiting,
never
call
done
it
that.
dibs.
I do have.
As soon as that's over, I'm on it.
I do have.
Put your mouth on me, mama.
That's
I heard you
unfortunately,
having an argument. Just get yourself a lick. It doesn't have to be full on.
Yeah.
Unless you break it up. Like, go for it.
Mm-hmm. That's me.
Showing it from. Come
Red
on.
Lobster.
Hello, Michelle. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So I was stationed in California, and I went down to L.A. to go visit a couple buddies who were stationed over there. And I had one of my friends from Illinois fly out. And there was 5 or 6 of us staying in my one hotel room, which had one queen-size bed. We're all drinking, having a good time. And then I passed out drunk, and I'm in the bed because it's my room. I paid for it. I'm obviously sleeping on the bed. Well, my girlfriend who came out to visit me was passed out in the bed with me, and then all of a sudden I wake up to some shaking, and I realized that her and one of my buddies were on the other side of the bed banging.
And it was one of your good friends. So did you watch, or did you act like you were still sleeping?
Well, I didn't know what to do, so I just pretended that I was still sleeping because I was like, you do you, boo-boo, but...
You do you, boo-boo.
You be you. You be you. Which
I
is
got
having
you,
sex
girl.
next to me when I'm sleeping.
Yeah. Rock that bed, mama.
Were you happy that she was fornicating with this guy? Was this a good connection at the time? Obviously, you didn't object.
Oh, no, I didn't care. It was just one of my friends, but, I was mortified. I was just on the other side of the bed, in the fetal position, what do I do right now?
If you could, you fart.
That'd be great.
If they think you're asleep, right? So the whole thing is, if they think you're asleep and you can blow it out, they're not really going to say anything to you because, again, they think you're asleep. You stink out the bed, and I guarantee they leave.
If you could
Dutch oven their sexy ass.
You could just, conjure up a big eggy one, like a hot eggy fart, a sulfur one. Just wave it on.
The kind of fart that makes you get out of your own bed in the middle of the night.
That makes you wake up to go poop.
I drank enough liquor to where, I could probably wrestle one up, but I didn't think about that at the time.
See, man, you're not thinking right. That's the if ever there was a moment.
Either that or roll over and jump in. Fart or join them. You know what I mean? Those are your two options.
Or call dibs. Dibs! Yeah, if you could fart in that moment, man.
Oh, wow. What was happening while you were sleeping? 844-999-OLA.
I got a couple of comments here. I slept through a tornado. Alarm sounded in the middle of the night. Parents and 2 sisters took cover in the bathroom. It let me fend for myself. So they didn't get his ass up. When I was sleeping upstairs, a murder happened in the basement of the house I was staying at.
Wow.
And they add, worst summer vacation ever. Well, yeah. I fell asleep. I covered that one. I took a nap after work, woke up at 6 p.m. thinking it was 6 a.m. the next morning. Called my coworker to say I'm running late. He said, I'm having dinner with my family. Someone else has slept through an earthquake. They're taking a school after nap. taking a nap after school. I was on my waterbed, thought my dog had jumped into bed, woke up to absolute chaos. My older brother decided to put an electric cattle prod in my ass while I was sleeping.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
And all the bitches, I fell asleep on the school bus in 4th grade. I made it all the way to the bus garage, and then the driver found me when he was cleaning the bus. My mom thought I was missing. The bus driver drove me home, and we were met by cops at my house. Poor bus driver got a good talking to by the cops, but he wasn't charged with anything because I backed up his story. Never did that again. Have a great day, y'all.
Ryan Castle, Drunk and Charge, coming into Sit and Spin. We'll have the millennial versions of your favorite classic rock songs on the way, and more of your calls on our question, what was happening while you were sleeping? 844-999-OLA. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Houston police say a man was shot while he was sleeping in his East Houston home. Captain Jim Dale said police and EMS responded to a shooting just after 1:30 a.m. Sunday near Canal Street on Houston's east side. Police say a man and a woman were asleep in their bedroom when a man in another room fired his gun. The bullet passed through the interior wall, striking the victim. The man who fired the weapon was highly intoxicated, and police are investigating whether or not the man fired the weapon intentionally, although he said it was accidental. The victim is expected to survive, according to police. Our question, what was happening while you were sleeping? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Eric. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
How's it going, fellas?
Great, man. Thanks.
Yeah, it's a happy Tuesday. So, I tell you what, man, I have slept through just about everything from storms to bug bites to house fires, but I got to say the most memorable, I was flying back from Las Vegas a couple of years ago, and being an alcoholic at the time, Vegas was kind of the promised land, you know? So
Yeah.
as we're flying home, I guess I had passed out probably on the plane, and at some point my head kind of leaned out into the aisle, and I didn't find out for a couple days later when the bruise showed up, but apparently forehead, and I got a nice little corner bruise right on the front of my face right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, she probably told you to sit up a few times.
You didn't wake up from getting hit in the face with a beverage cart?
No, you'd be surprised. See, that's kind of twofold because I was really, really, really hammered. I sleep really, really, really good, and I got a really, really, really hard head.
Okay.
Oh, the perfect storm.
Now, do you
just hit him with the beverage cart? He's fine.
Are you still indulging in the beverages?
No, sir. Not for just over a year now.
Okay.
Oh, congratulations.
I have to ask you, man, because I know it sounds like you had a pretty wild ride there. What was the thing? What happened? What was the incident that made you go, you know what? I can't do this anymore? Because if it's not a cart hitting you in the back of the head at 30,000 feet, what is it?
Yeah, no, that was a little bit earlier on. That didn't sober me up. It was doing my recycling one day. I cleaned the house out, cleaned my car out, and didn't have room in a big, gigantic recycling bin for all those empties. So that sort of woke me up a little bit.
Hey, look, man, you're not the only one who has had a party before and taken some of your recyclables and put them in your neighbor's can. I know for a fact
but he didn't say he had a party.
He did have a party.
Right, exactly. Right.
And listen, when I lived, before I moved to my current house, the house I lived in, next door to it was being rented out by 5 college-age girls that had parties and did their thing, right? And they were fine, but they did their parties. So, as he said, you're taking out recycling, all right? I'm the only one drinking beer in my home. And I take out my recycling, and it is an extraordinary amount of beer, but I never really thought so because at that time, that's just how I drank. And they'd had a party, and I'm looking at the recycling, and I realize me alone, I'm putting out more beer and alcohol than any. Mm-hmm. They had a party. And I'm like, oh, my God, this is how much I drink in a week, man. 2 weeks. It was it's how much I drink in 2 weeks. It's 5 college-age girls had a party, and I have more recycling than they do. Mm-hmm. And you know what I did? I kept drinking real hard. It did not fade, but I do remember that moment going, oh, my God, but it didn't stick.
What was happening while you were sleeping? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Zach. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
Hey, so I got a little bit of a different one for you. I lived for a while. We rented out a house. We lived with my mother-in-law, which was not the most fun, but my wife and I couldn't really afford anything else, so we lived with her for a while. This house that we rented, weird things would happen in the house.
You mean weird?
Couldn't explain.
Well, like
So-
it's haunted weird? Like, what do you mean?
Or video camera
haunted.
Airbnb weird.
Yeah, no, haunted weird, yeah. So my son...
Wait.
Hey, hold on. We
hang
want to
on
hear
a
the whole
moment.
story, but we got to do a little station identification here. We'll get to it coming up. Speaking of coming up, Ryan Castle, the Drunken Charge, is coming in to sit and spin. And today, Ryan brings us millennial versions of your favorite classic rock songs. Not exactly sure
I'm
how
feeling
that breaks
cynical.
down, but I guess some of these classic rock songs needed updated. So millennial versions of your favorite classic rock songs coming up with Sit and Spin.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.